And we cannot wait to get this one started, Rob Stone. The Pac-12 championship game and a couple of first-timers in this game. A top 10 matchup between Colorado and Washington. Chris Graham kicks it. Off we go in the Pac-12 championship. And it's hooked out of bounds. 1 week after Colorado plays an entire game without a penalty, the presence of John Ross leads Chris Graham to hooking this thing out of bounds.
Kickoff out of bounds. Kicking team number 15. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Washington.
So from the 35, Washington to get it going. And a first down pass play. Browning wants to take a shot. He's got Ross in double coverage, and it's incomplete. A flag flies. So already out to midfield. And Myles Gaskin, first team all-conference running back with his first touch and a gain of 1. Samson Kafavalu. Browning making a change at the line on 2nd and 9. Here's Levon Coleman coming off one of his best games, and he powers his way for a first down inside the 40. More than 8 yards per carry for Coleman. That's the best yards per carry average in the conference since Reggie Bush. Coleman again. Big hole off the left side, and Levon Coleman is inside the 15. 24 yards, and the Dogs on the move on their opening possession. Washington, the best first quarter team in America. Myles Gaskin shifting his way to the 5, and he's thrown down by Awuzie. But a gain of 7, and it's 2nd and 3. Gaskin is close to a first down. First team all-conference running back, more than 1,000 yards in both of his seasons at Washington. Browning off play action, sets his feet, back of the end zone, and incomplete. Intended for Will Dissly.
Takes the snap, going to hand it to Coleman. Straight ahead push, Levon Coleman to the end zone, touchdown Washington. The Dogs are on the board first in the Pac-12 championship game.
Look at this left side of the offensive line. They're all Pac-12. Look at the push that they get at the point of attack. And Coleman continues to keep churning to get into the end zone. This game was going to be about the battle in the trenches to see who was going to be able to find balance and run the football. So far, Washington is winning that battle.
Take advantage of a couple of 15-yard penalties on the drive and go 65 yards in 7 plays. The number 4 team in the country off to a heck of a start. And Colorado's offense to the field for the first time. You come back. Mike McIntyre's team will touch it for the first time at the 25-yard line. Lindsey motions out. Lufau gets it in his hands in a hurry. And he cuts it upfield for a gain of 9. Lindsey hit in the backfield and loses a yard. Benning Potoahi with a tackle, and it's 3rd and 2. Shea Fields, a speedster, coming in motion. Lufau runs for a first down and more. Sefo Lufau down at the 40. Tim Linnott Jr., the right guard, pulling it around the edge, paving the way for 26. And the Buffs quickly back on the ball. Philip Lindsay. Again, penetration from that huge defensive line Washington has. On 2nd down, Lufau fakes, double clutches, and gets drilled. Sacked by Saul Wochin back at the 45.
When defensive coordinator Pete Kwiatkowski decided to bring a little pressure as well. As you can see, DJ Beavers comes right through the A-gap, and then Saul Wochin wraps around for the sack. Sefo Lufau hesitated, and now he's down on the ground grabbing that ankle and suffered a number of injuries this season. Take a look at the hit. You can see him kind of go down awkwardly on that right ankle.
So Lufau helped off of the field looking at that right leg. That ankle that he injured earlier this season caused him to miss 3 games, and he was holding his knee as well as they took him off. So Steven Montez, who had plenty of time in his spot when he went down with that injury and had success, comes in the biggest of spots. And they'll let him throw on his first play for Philip Lindsay, who cuts to the outside and gets to the 36 on 4th and 5. Huskies bringing it. Montez lets it go, incomplete, and a turnover on downs on Colorado's first possession. And Jake Browning back to work. All day to throw. Long throw to Pettis and too tall, defended by Awuzie. Levon Coleman has Washington's touchdown tonight. He's got a solid game to the 45. 3rd down and short. Myles Gaskin straight downhill, lowers the shoulder and gets a Washington first down to midfield. Gaskin into the short side of the field. Such a patient runner, able to turn the corner for 3 and thrown out of bounds by Laguda. 2nd down, 6. In motion comes McClatcher out of the Wildcat. Gaskin's got it. A first down with a flag down. On 2nd and 16, Colorado bringing 4. Browning throwing to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd and long. A twist up front, getting pressure on Browning. Able to step out of it. He'll take off. Needs the 41 and gets it for a Washington first down. And he beats you. First down and 10. A deep drop under pressure and sacked by Kenneth Olabode. The team captain, the local product of about 15 minutes from here in San Jose. Levon Coleman hit by a blitzing Ryan Moeller. And Colorado's defense getting it going. 3rd long. Jake Browning bunched 4 receivers into the wide side. Now Gaskin stands by his side. Chico McClatcher, blockers in front. Up to the 36. And it's 4th down and 8. They're going to go for it. Browning under pressure and sacked at the 45-yard line by the only first-teamer on this defense. It's Jimmy Gilbert. Right now it's Montez, Jenny, and first down and 10 from the 45. This drive begins with a flip to Philip Lindsay, who cuts it upfield on a short gain. A stop made by Kevin King. Devin Ross on that fly motion. It's a screen, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. There is a flag down. 1st and 10 after the penalty. Philip Lindsay hit down by Keyshawn Bierria and DJ Beavers. Washington shows pressure on 2nd down. Lindsay again runs into a wall. Damian Turpin stopped him in his tracks and made it 3rd down. Kyle Evans comes in to join Lindsay in the backfield on 3rd and 7. Montez rolls out of the pocket, trying to turn his shoulders. Across his body has Kyle Evans for a Colorado first down. Heck of a throw by Montez, and only the 8th catch of the season for Evans. He fakes to Lindsay. One-on-one. Shea Fields, first down bumps. Inside the 10. 20 yards to Colorado's leading receiver, Shea Fields. On 1st and goal, Lindsay carries it left side, has a hole, sticks the shoulder down, and it's 2nd down. Taylor Rapp with a tackle.
Montez is out of the shotgun. He takes the snap. He hands off. Philip Lindsay, power running at the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Colorado!
Well, the Colorado coaching staff talked about it. They said, we're going to do what we do. They're not going to be worried. They're not going to be scared. And even with the injury to their quarterback, their leader, Sefo Lufau, they go right back to their spark plug of their offense, Philip Lindsay, and get the running game going.
Extra point from Davis Price. And we are tied at 7. Philip Lindsay, who told us he didn't come to Colorado to get his butt whooped for 4 years. Said he came here to leave a legacy, to turn this program around. Chris Graham kicked it out of bounds his first time. This is almost worse. John Ross has his hands on it. And Colorado breathes a sigh of relief that they're able to drop him at the 22. Some of that patented pre-snap movement in this Washington offense. From the 22-yard line, the drive begins with a Myles Gaskin run. And Gaskin has 5. Look to the final play of the first quarter. On 2nd and 5, Colorado brings the blitz. Myles Gaskin trying to gash it. He's got a first down up to the 36 and up to the 39. Kind of the Labode getting the stop. So done with a quarter in the Pac-12 championship. Washington struck on its opening drive. Colorado responded. Few all-conference players up there. First time in a long time they've had that. Gaskin patiently waits for the hole to develop and surges for 6 into the arms of Olabode. On 2nd and 4, it's Gaskin again. Hole off the left side, and he's got a first down. Keeps the legs churning right through Ryan Moeller to the 43 on a gain of a dozen. 1st and 10 from the Colorado 43. They keep it on the ground. Levon Coleman fighting his way across the 40 and a first down gain of 5. On 3rd down, Browning back to throw against a 5-man rush, retreating and heaving to the sideline and incomplete. Isaiah Oliver broke on the ball, with Isaiah Oliver waiting back. On a line drive. Well done by Vizcaino, bouncing down to the 6-yard line. That's where the Buffs will begin. And it is still Steven Montez in there, quarterback. Lufau out with a leg injury. Lindsey getting popped after a 2-yard gain by Ben Burr-Kirby. Alex Kinney. Pettis back to return it. And a fair catch at the 44. Drive begins with a Gaskin counter. Myles Gaskin finishing forward for 7. Fakes to McClatcher. Gives to Coleman. First down, Washington. Levon Coleman to the 42. Addison Gillum the tackle. First down run for Coleman. Again, that offensive line surging to get him 4-5. And then he gets himself another. 3rd down and 3. Not quite in field goal range. It's Gaskin. He's got a first down up to the 31 over the left side of the line with those all-conference players in Adams and Eldrenkamp. Lufau leaving the field back to the locker room midway through this 2nd quarter. Went down on Colorado's opening drive, injuring that right leg. Same leg that he hurt, causing him to miss 3 games earlier this year. Again, 2 tight ends in the game for the Dogs. They use them to block for Coleman. Coleman running so hard. He's got a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Out of the Wildcat. Gaskin fakes and runs. Huge hole. First down inside the 15.
Moving right to left. Shotgun set. First down at the Colorado 15. Looking to take the lead. Browning fakes the handoff. Quick toss over the middle. Daniels the catch at the 5 and into the end zone. Darrell Daniels. 15-yard touchdown Washington for number 15.
But what happens when you run the football effectively? It helps open up the play-action pass game, in particular to the tight ends.
Van Winkle's extra point makes it a 14-7 game. So only Browning's 2nd completion of the game, but it goes for a touchdown to the senior out of Pittsburgh, Georgia, Darrell Daniels, and UW back in front. His 3rd of the season. Washington back in front, and Colorado set to get it with 6:38 left in this first half. They begin at the 25-yard line. They fake the toss, and Montez running the other way. Keyshawn Bierria tracks him down at 2nd and 7. Now, Montez not a bad runner himself. He ran for 135 yards in his debut start against Oregon. They empty it out on 2nd down. He runs again. He got popped at the end of the play by Rapp. It'll be 3rd and short. Couple of tight ends in there on 3rd down and 1. Here comes Fields in motion. They fake it to him. Montez straight ahead, finishing forward for a Colorado 1st down. A 1st down pass play. Showing off the arm. Shea Fields incomplete. Tight coverage, Sidney Jones, and it's 2nd and 10. Washington trying to get it back before the end of this 1st half. Huskies bringing 4. Blitz is picked up, giving Montez time to find Jay McIntyre. 1st down Buffs into Washington territory and a gain of 13. Into the short side. Bryce Bobo can't hang on. It's 3rd and 14. 4-man rush. They bubble it to McIntyre, who is a high school quarterback. He looks to throw. Now pumps and runs and crosses midfield, losing the football, but it goes out of bounds. So he gets 7, and it'll be 4th down and 7 from the 45. Punt team's out there. Colorado, the worst punt coverage team in the Pac-12. Pettis, a fair catch. 2:50 left in this opening half. Jake Browning in the offense, trying to get things going. Levon Coleman's in there, running back. Get it outside to John Ross, and then one-on-one. Awuzie can't get him. Moeller can. 3rd and 7. Browning looking short side. It's tipped and incomplete. Oliver covering John Ross. He's now back to return this punt. There is a flag down. And it's down at the 41. Steven Montez in the game with Lou Fowl leaving the game with an injury on Colorado's 1st possession. Lindsey off of the bubble. Fighting off of the block is JoJo McIntosh, and a short gain. 2nd down. Montez well protected. Scan of the field, extending the play, and throwing it into traffic, incomplete. Washington brings 4. It's incomplete. McIntyre running to the sideline. So again, Pettis back to return. A lot of the issues covering punts for Colorado have come off of line drives from Kinney. Pretty good hang time on this one, though. Pettis will take it and break a tackle. Dante Pettis steps out of an ankle tackle, gets around Olabode, returning to the 41. Lined up to the top, Browning looking his way, and on the speed out, there he is. Coleman hit at the line of scrimmage and lost a yard. Jordan Carroll in there with Kafavalu, and it's 4th down. But they do punt it, and barring a penalty, that will end this 1st half. So Washington with a 14-7 lead, looking for its 1st conference title since 2000. Colorado trying to win its 1st conference title since 2001 when it was in the Big 12. And both teams thinking of the college football playoff. Washington more or less, you would assume, in with a win. Pac-12 championship game first-timers, Colorado and Washington. The 4th-ranked Huskies with a 14-7 lead. Colorado will have it to begin the 2nd half. Will it be Lou Fowl? Will it be Montez? Lou Fowl went back into the locker room for the final 8 minutes of that 1st half just to stay warm, make sure that lower leg didn't lock up anymore. Jolmes, a true freshman who's got good speed from the goal line. And Colorado to begin at the 19-yard line.
Buffs in their own 20-yard line, near hash on the right. Lou Fowl fakes the pitch, wants to throw, floats it over the middle, intercepted off the tip ball. Here comes Washington. Taylor Rapp, 20, far side numbers 10. Young Mr. Rapp into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. 34 yards for the Pac-12 Conference Defensive Freshman of the Year.
The true freshman out of Bellingham, Washington. Tips and overthrows, they talk about it all the time in the defensive room. They lead to interceptions. Taylor Rapp has had one heck of a year for Washington. Stepped in throughout the course of injuries on their nickel package. He's been roaming around the back end. This kid really has a bright future.
The Pac-12 Defensive Freshman of the Year with a pick six from 35 yards. So Lufau back out there. How does he respond now after getting picked off on his first throw since coming back from injury? Colorado just 118 total yards of offense. On the 25-yard line, Lufau seeing blitz, changing the play. Only 3 to snap it. They get it off. A flag down. And Lindsey has a nice run, but there is a flag down pre-snap. First down and 10. It's Lindsey again. Bottled up this time. Saw him wooching the tackle on a short gain. Second down. He tries to get outside here. Sticks the nose down. Greg Gaines has it. No gain. Third down. Qualls gains in Vea across the board. All at least 3:15. Lufau lets it go, and he's picked again by Taylor Rapp. Second interception on as many drives to open the second half.
I mean, this is almost an identical route to what we just saw in the previous interception. You're going to see Jay McIntyre come across the field, and Taylor Rapp just undercuts the route. He's seen it once. He capitalized off on an overthrow. This time he comes underneath. And that's tough as a quarterback. You're always taught as a wide receiver, you got to come flatter than the defender. Clearly Sefo Lufau was frustrated. Things just have not gone the way he had hoped tonight.
Only 3 interceptions total, and he's been picked off twice in the second half already. Myles Gaskin touches it first on this drive, lowers his shoulder, and runs for 8 yards on first down. Gaskin again. Addison Gillum can't get him. First down, up to the 10. Out of the Wildcat. Beg your pardon. Browning's back there. Giving it to Gaskin. Slicing his way inside the 5. Still going. Down to the 2. His helmet came off, and it wasn't the result of a penalty, so Gaskin will have to come out of the game for one play. Coleman's back in there on second down. He's got it. Penetration shuts it down. Tries to get out of there, but can't. They're down and goal. That's John Ross motioning to the near side. Colorado bringing pressure. Browning in zone, incomplete through Ross's hands. And fourth down. 24-yarder for Cameron Van Winkle, who's hit 11 of his last 12 after a rough game against Arizona earlier. And he slices it through there. Back-to-back Taylor Rapp interceptions to open this second half. And the freshman out of Bellingham, Washington, helping the Dogs go up 24-7. Rapp, the first guy to have 2 interceptions in a Pac-12 championship game. Line drive kick. Jolmes takes on the move at the 5. And crunched at the 20 by Brandon Wellington. And so it's been just straight gives. And this one breaks for Phillip Lindsey. A gain of 22 to the 45. And does again. Lindsey met in the hole this time by Bieria.
Yeah, they came back with the exact same play.
Lindsey normally really good at protecting Lufau. Third down and 8. Bringing pressure. Picked up this time. Incomplete. Went for Bryce Bobo. Defended by Kevin King. Kenny's punt. Not a good one. So Washington takes back over at the 26. And this play's blown up. That is an incomplete pass. Tedrick Thompson wrapping around the blocks that were set up. Second down, here's Gaskin. Tiniest of holes, allowing him to sneak through for 5, and it's third down. Browning just 4 of 14 today. Pressure coming from Colorado. Browning knocked down and incomplete. Jimmy Gilbert got his hand on it, and it's fourth down. Oliver goes back to return Vizcaino's punt, and he drills it. Holy cow. Oliver goes back and receives it at his own 5 and pushed out of bounds at the 9. Lufau on the offense back out there. Sefo keeps it and loses a yard. Lufau retreating, delivering, and Ento climbs the ladder but couldn't pull it in. Kavion Ento, it looked like, was going to pull down a contested catch. There's a flag down in the end zone where Lufau was hit.
Well, watch Sefo Lufau and the pressure and duress that he's under. If it's not Keyshawn Bierria, it's the next guy wrapping in. It's been Psalm Wuching from that position. This time, it's Benning Potoai.
Foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 8. A 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
I keep saying it, but Colorado hasn't made any adjustments up front on their offensive line. That is the same exact pressure they bring. They bring a linebacker right up through the A-gap. They force Philip Lindsay to take him, and they wrap their defensive end, which is Psalm Wuching or Benning Potoai, back in through that same path. And you can see he's a free runner every time.
It's a first down from the 24. They toss it outside to Lindsay. Taylor Rapp is waiting for him, and he loses a yard. Free rusher. Lufau ducks him. Now runs and gains only a yard. Dante Pettis 5 punt return touchdowns in his career. And a short one from Kinney will be downed at the 39. Levon Coleman on first down, slips the first man, another, and it seems like every time Coleman carries it, there's some contact around the line of scrimmage, and he somehow sneaks out for more. On second and 5, run it again. Coleman slips out of another, and a first down inside the 45. Gaskin back in there. A boot. Browning sets. Gaskin underneath. Wide open against Gillen. Makes him miss. First down inside the 20. 24 yards from Miles Gaskin. And a first down for Washington. The 19-yard line. A fake to him. They pump short. Browning feeling the heat. And able to float it outside. A one-handed catch by John Ross. A highlight reel touchdown. Are you kidding me?
For a team that relies on execution, every once in a while throwing some gadget plays, this is just a heck of a play made by John Ross when everything was breaking down. He finds a way of saving his quarterback, who looked like he was just trying to throw the football away.
Wow. John Ross, only his second catch of the game, and it bails out Jake Browning and puts Washington in front 31-7.
Well, here's the thing. Here was the initial play design. They were actually pumping. We got to see the other side of the field, but they were actually pumping a screen. And then because of the pressure from Jimmy Gilbert, Browning's looking to just try to throw the football away near an eligible wide receiver, and it's John Ross who makes the ridiculous catch. You can see Dante Pettis at the top right of your screen. He releases downfield. That was going to be the guy they were trying to work towards. Unbelievable.
You saw the reaction on Browning's face, like, oh my goodness, because I'm thinking when he let that thing go, the most likely outcome, if it was going to be caught, was Awuzie going the other way.
But how about this? 42 touchdowns. Now he's one away from tying the Pac-12 record set by Jared Goff. And he hasn't had, this has been the worst performance of the season so far.
So he's one short of the Pac-12 record for single-season passing touchdowns. John Ross is now one short of the Pac-12 record for single-season receiving touchdowns with 17. 24 unanswered. for the Huskies. Jomis has a seam and takes it across the 45, lost it into the hands of Philip Lindsay, who's going to take this thing inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5, first and goal, Colorado. Wow.
And just when you thought this game was over, Anthony Jomis finds a way of getting a spark. They run the sideline return. He doesn't see the defender behind. I believe that was possibly Brandon Beaver who knocks it out, and Philip Lindsay, who else? It seems like every time they need a play, Philip Lindsay steps up and finds a way to make something happen for this Colorado team.
So first and goal for the Buffs. Lindsay downhill, spinning his way, and he's shut down. And I tell you what, Washington takes pride in these situations on defense. Lou foul, and it's knocked away. Kevin King closed on Ross in a hurry. And fourth down coming up.
Good adjustment by defensive coordinator Pete Kwiatkowski.
Graham hooks it just barely through. The kicking game has not been a strength in Colorado this season. But Graham hits it, and it's a 21-point game. The junior sends it away. A lot of hang time, but Ross is going to take it from the 5. John Ross cutting outside and tumbling down to the 29. On first down, Gaskin can't get away from Ryan Mulder. David Ajamu enters the formation. In there to block. Browning pumps, delivers. Ross juggles and catches and stays on his feet inside the 45. Wants Ross on one-on-one. Sails it over him with a coverage from Awuzie. Third down and 8. Pressure coming. Browning steps into it. Incomplete. Awuzie the coverage on Sample, and no flags. Piscano to punt with Oliver waiting back. Come after it. Don't quite get there. Look out if you're Jomis, and he does. And it rolls out of bounds inside the 5. Backed into their own end zone. Lufa looks to throw. He's well protected and throws incomplete. Shea Fields defended by Kevin King. Lufa 2 for 9 on the night. Final seconds of this third quarter. And on third down and 5, 8 in coverage. McIntyre can't get it, and it is picked off again. This time Ezekiel Turner. Third pick of the third quarter by the Washington defense, trying to guide the Huskies to the college football playoff. Interceptions during the regular season, has been picked off 3 times in the third quarter alone. Turner getting that one. First 2 came from Taylor Rapp. We begin the fourth quarter with Washington on the doorstep. Browning fakes. He boofs. Eyes downfield, and he hits Drew Sample. Sample down to the 2. Second down and 2. Throwing the fade. John Ross. Incomplete. Off of Awuzie's back. Sefo Lufa watches as far away as he can. Third down and 2. They can get a first down here. Fake to Coleman. Browning throwing in zone. Knocked away. 20-yard. Nearly blocked. But it sneaks through, and they take advantage of the third interception. And this will allow Colorado to begin at the 35. Lufau finishes forward for a short gain. Lindsey drilled in the backfield and planted by Tevis Bartlett. Washington bringing it, and on a screen, Lindsey can't hang on. Pettis, a fair catch, taken at the 34-yard line. From the 35-yard line, here's Myles Gaskin, surging forward for 5. The guys they've had around there under him. On second down, Gaskin again. Great patience and vision for a first down. 21 carries for 120 tonight for Myles Gaskin, sophomore from Linwood, Washington. He's an all-around athlete there. He won a track state championship in the 100 meters. Used to be a basketball player. Dunked when he was in 8th grade. This time contacted in the backfield by Jordan Carroll, but still fights free and gets 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Washington trying to grind this thing down. Myles Gaskin again. Addison Gillum drives him down. A short gain, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd and 7, a stretch play to Gaskin, who has a first down. Myles Gaskin, a heavy load here, trying to run the clock down. His 24th touch of the night.
Check out the offensive line. Watch these guys move in space. There's 3 separate guys out and running. That's Trey Adams, that's Coleman Shelton, Nick Harris, all of those guys. I can't say enough about the athleticism of Washington's offensive line. That's why they're able to have so much success getting to the edges, because these guys get up out of their 3-point stance, and then they get out in open space and they cover guys up. Sometimes it's hard for those bigger bodies when you get out there on those cornerbacks and safeties to be able to, cover them, because they can just run right around you.
Only one senior in that starting group. Washington's going to be really good for the foreseeable future. Avon Coleman, 87 yards for him tonight now. Another factor that we've not talked about, but don't underestimate Chris Peterson when he's got more than a month to prepare for a team. If there's any coach in America that scares you with that amount of time on his hands to get ready, it's him.
And we've seen him from his time at Boise State. If you want to say lesser talented teams are undermanned, we've seen how he's performed on the big stage, and that's something that I think plays into his wheelhouse, something that he really thrives on. Part of the reason why I wanted to come to Washington too is just to take on the challenge of what that would mean coming into the Pac-12.
Coleman moves him inside the 25-yard line. Here's Coleman, staying on his feet and bouncing his way for a gain of 8. Both Gaskin and Coleman reaching the century mark. Coleman stop and start, and a first down. Or close to, at least, so to depend on the spot. Even a guy as focused on the team as Jake Browning is. So first down inside the 10. Myles Gaskin. First time that 2 players have reached 100 yards for one team in the Pac-12 championship game. Well, 1st and goal. Gaskin is in there. He's got it. Lost a yard. 2nd and goal. And play clock all the way down. Give it to Gaskin again. It'll be 3rd down and goal now. We said to those guys, to Pettis and to Ross, Jake Browning is kind of this mysterious character because he doesn't do a ton in the media. They somewhat keep him from that. That's not in his personality either. So we said to John Ross, we feel like we don't really know Jake Browning. And John Ross said, neither do we. Work out of the Wildcat. Chico McClatcher got a great cut block from Levon Coleman to get him into the end zone for the touchdown. Running backs have done it all tonight.
And this is the versatility of Coleman, but also Chico McClatcher. This is what they're capable of doing. Watch him come, cut down the edge of the defense, and that allows Chico McClatcher to get outside. Talking to Jonathan Smith about him. He was injured earlier this season, and Jonathan Smith kind of mentioned the fact that, yeah, that really hurts our offense because he's one of those guys, I can use him in a variety of ways.
I think when he went down, that was late September, Jonathan Smith said that he was his favorite player on this loaded offense to call plays for at that point. Trophies headed back to Seattle. Washington will win its first conference title since 2000, and they hope some more hardware headed their way. Jake Browning was not at his best tonight. Thankfully for him, the O-line in the ground game was. And a short kick taken by one of the up men to the 25. And so now for Colorado's case, they still hope for a Rose Bowl, assuming Washington gets into the playoff. The Rose Bowl would then take the next highest team. Will that be Colorado or would it be USC? Lufau throws that ball incomplete behind Ross, and they actually say that it was a backwards pass. A three-time team captain looking to throw. And heaving the ball down the sidelines, tipped and incomplete. Devin Ross couldn't hang on. And Lufau took another hit.
Devin Ross, the intended receiver.
I'm trying to isolate Devin Ross, but it's just been good coverage downfield, really, by the second. That's Miles Bryant, true freshman for Washington. And this has been the other part. Sefo Lufau's been under duress all night long. When you've got a bad leg and you can't move around quite as much, you're a sitting duck back there.
John Clark hit him that time. Washington's brought in the second stringers for the most part. Shea Fields hit by Burke Kirvin and staying on his feet to the 22. Are you surprised that Colorado didn't take more shots tonight?
Yeah, I think they talked about doing that going into the game. The problem was once Sefo Lufau got hurt, I just think it messed up the overall flow, really, of the offense. And I don't think they wanted to put too much on Steven Montez's shoulders.
Busy night for Kinney. And not a good night for Kinney. Pettis comes up and takes a fair catch at the 45-yard line. That is only a 22-yard punt. Gaskin with 5 more yards. 2nd and 5. Gaskin again. Gaping hole again. Miles Gaskin with a dozen more. And 159 in the night for the sophomore.
We talked earlier when we sat down with Chris Peterson, one of those rare occurrences, but one of the things he mentioned right off the bat was the fact that, you know, he doesn't like talking about the college football playoff or what may happen at the end of the season. He's always focused on an opponent in front of him. But it was this week he said, no, now it's time to talk about it. We've got the chance to win the Pac-12, and if we do, we're in the college football playoff. So we want to make sure that our players understand that, and they know exactly what the goal is going into this game because they know there's a reward coming on the back end.
Into the victory formation. First of several kneel downs from Jake Browning. Of course, Kirby Hocutt, the chair of the playoff committee, said this week that it was really narrow between 4th-ranked Washington and 5th-ranked Michigan, in his opinion. And some people started to freak out about that. But the fact is, Michigan's sitting at home this weekend, and Washington is going to pull off a 41-10 win in a championship game. If they weren't already ahead, then, well,
they will be now.
Yeah.
And look, as far as conference championships, that has to be weighted heavier than some of the other criteria. I mean, why are we having conference championship games if they're not more meaningful than some of the other criteria? And if you're a fan out there, and if you're upset that maybe your team, whether it's Michigan or Ohio State, whoever it is, there's a possibility that they wouldn't get in, well, then talk to your conference about how they select their teams to play for the conference championship.
That's the thing about sports. Sports is sometimes, you know, it's tough. It's when you play really good teams too on a big stage, it's even magnified more when something doesn't go your way, and you learn great life lessons in it also.
Very different game than we're used to, for sure. I don't think we went in anticipating we'd run the ball like that, run it that much, and probably that effective. But the kids you know, they answered.
Really delighted to present this 2006 Pac-12 Football Championship trophy to Coach Peterson and the Washington Huskies.